Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 10% off. Hey, GUTBOX here. So we have the content schedule out. We got quite a bit to go through. One of the busier weeks in Madden Ultimate Team 23 that we'll probably see all year. Sorry for not streaming today. I probably won't stream tomorrow either. I'm feeling a little under the weather. So we'll hopefully make it back by Wednesday for Team Diamonds. Team of the Week tomorrow, we'll talk about that. Most Feared Thursday, and then Legends Friday. So an absolute chalked week full of content. We're going to go over, the cards reveal and Team of the Week first, and then we'll talk about what this means on the market. Jamar Chase right here, all the route running thresholds, but I found this year it's all ability based beating man coverage, so it's just nice to see, I guess, right? It's like I don't know, a house that has a full candy bar. It's like, yeah, I could just snatch two mini candy bars, make the same thing, but this is kind of nice to see. No real difference, I guess, but 92 speed does matter. The issue is, I don't know, where am I going to put him with him being so short, right? It's crazy that they've given us such elongated wide receivers this year that have been stretched on the mutt racks from Plax to Carmichael and such, but Chase has got good speed. I actually really adore this change. They are now going to give us a defensive player of the week and offensive player of the week, so it's a huge upgrade. They actually listen to us. Stuff like this, I'm getting closer and closer to ending Pack Strike because it definitely sounds like they're listening. This is a huge thing. We want more current day, and they kind of delivered. So, Cena Gardner, Johnson, I'm not even going to, Gardner, Johnson, I can speak for the Eagles, who've had an outstanding, start to the year. He's like, oh, week schedule, but I mean, you can only play the teams in your schedule, right? Stupid other Pennsylvania team. Speed 91, hit power 88, zone man. He's got all that no matter what scheme you are. He's versatile there. Hybrid free safety for you. So that's kind of cool. I really like that, right? We saw pack odds actually go insane, right? Market is down tremendously, and that's not just from TVP, but it is from an increased market rate. I do believe they've also updated sets here. So this is kind of a neat thing for AKA players. We saw toppers get better for Most Feared Part 1. The freaks, you see how it says of 5 now instead of it was of 6 previously. So they cheapened it out a little bit, which I actually think is cool, right? That was one of the major bugaboos with the sets. The cost was just too dramatic for the card you got out of it. So it does look like Pack Strike's working. A lot of people said it wouldn't, but it is absolutely causing change in this game, and I freaking love it, right? Now all we need is the field pass to work, those unfair bans being overturned, and maybe a hot solo reward. And then I think it's done. I think it's fulfilled its goal, right? What else? I mean, obviously okay, let's be real. There's a lot of things wrong with it. High points and stuff, but let's not get into that. That's kind of what the goal was. So it's kind of cool that EA is listening. Let's go ahead. But, let me know in the comments what else you think we should expect before we give up Pack Strike and everything. I do want to talk about Diamonds here because as we see, Diamonds is coming on the schedule for Wednesday. So we'll get Team of the Week, the rest of it revealed tomorrow morning like they normally do on GMM. Hopefully they give us some sort of teaser on Team Diamonds too. Maybe show off their sets, the cards, the big card. Sometimes they wait till the night to reveal the big card, but the big thing with Diamonds is we don't know what's happening. It got delayed from, a few weeks back to right now. So the overalls could go up. The overalls could stay. They could have the same cards come out. If they come out at 90 overalls, they're not going to really be better than our current cards in the lineup, and the market will go back up on those. But if they come out with higher overalls, 91, 92s, the master being a 96 overall, it's going to get crazy in here. Now, because of the increase in overall, I really do worry that they could kind of throw us for a loop. If they put Team Affinity cards, these 87s, into the set, oh man, are we gonna feel pain, right? So not a lot of people are really prepping, but these go for 60K right now. If they go into the set, their cost to build is 120. Okay, so they right now they're half price for some of them. Some of them obviously are up here at 100, 120 in here. But if you just build, because it's 5 team builders, right? So let me show you the set right here for Team Affinity. But generally, you could be safer investing in I said earlier, but it is a few weeks later, so we don't know how they're gonna change it up. But yeah, it's 5 team builders, and you can build team builders for I think low 20Ks right now. Obviously smaller if you get snipes and stuff. That's going to be tough if they put those in. And I will say, you know, EA does build sets. I should guys give you like a little tip. So depends on like the overalls and how aggressive these sets are going to be. They build it a lot based off training costs. Like the set in has to equal more than the training out. And it hasn't always been this way. Previously, when it was more out than in, those were called loopholes for us sometimes. That's a majority of where loopholes came from. Not every set ended up being a loophole because of, you know, certain factors and whatnot. But that was kind of it. So if they're like 92 overalls, 22,000 training, we're looking at like maybe putting in something like 89s to get up there, 88s for sure. Because like the golds are just going to be, you know, golds and expensive. But the thing is, they're not a lot of training. So I don't know how much EA will factor that in. So even though there'll be like, you know, bad training ratios for us on the market, we don't know if their economist figures in like you will have to buy these at awful ratios in order to complete the set, in order to get the set done. So we'll see that going forward, depending on what they decide to do. So good luck investing. Probably today into tomorrow's team of the week. Obviously Wednesday you can't. I mean, how broad of a statement that is. Today, tomorrow, you can invest those days. But yeah, generally you'll have some deals. It's not a bad idea to find, you know, core elites are almost always in here. We'll have core golds, at least the top end of core golds, maybe even all the way down to 70 overall. I think we've gotten before. I think last year's were down to 70 overall too. So core elite, core golds for sure. Team builders, I would assume. I'm really hoping not for team affinity. We could get random other ultimate kickoff. We can get any other thing. So like it's hard to say this exact because EA could throw a lot of curveballs at us for this set. You know, in the past, you know, Team Diamonds 2 a few years back had a reroll put into it. So we don't know what they could do for it. As far as cards, and a lot of people want to know my predictions for Team Diamonds. Here they are. For the AFC East, we got James Harrison or Holmes. Fanica's already in the game, so we'll go James Ferrier for the Jets. So here are my continued Carnell Lake for the Ravens. Be kind of cool intro for them. Steelers, we'll take Jack Ham. I'll take Jack Lambert too. Actually, I kind of like those 70s linebackers for the Steelers. I know how bad linebackers are in this game, but give him a cool ability. Give us 0 AP lurk around and maybe some like, you know, enforcers, some hit stick stuff. Browns, we'll take Chuck Noll, the old coach for the Steelers, but you know, Browns need some love. Yancey Thigpen or Neil O'Donnell for the Titans. Jason Gilden for the Jags. We already got Plaque, so that was actually a bad choice for the Giants. This is kind of like, I did this a little while back on the first prep. Kirkland or Chad Brown for the Seahawks. Yeah, so overall, pretty cool drop. Those are my predictions for the Team Diamonds for all your teams. Hope you guys enjoy them. For those that don't know, that was 100% tongue-in-cheek. Those are all former Steelers players. I've done that same gag for like 5 years now. We recycle jokes more than aluminum factories recycle things. There, nailed that one. That was a top tier comedy from yours truly. Anyways, Mikey, one of the best Twitter follows for Mutt stuff, 100% at TapXMikey. You know, went back and looked through Mutt Leaks' list of new names in the game, etched out some names that we have already gotten. You know, we kind of got some of these in the past. But anyways, there's some really interesting names in here. So go ahead and you guys can choose and pick what you want for Team Diamonds. I feel like we've talked about this ad nauseum over, you know, the last few weeks about Team Diamonds and whatnot, and Levon Kirkland. I hope we get an early season Levon Kirkland. We didn't get him till like the end of the game. God, they hate the Steelers so much. They only give us cards in the end of the game. Pouncey would be cool. The Pouncey bros are in the game. Mike and Maurice. KGB. RG3 is here too. That's kind of cool. Yeah, some really cool names. Siragusa. Oh, he'd be so good. I love the thickness in the middle of my defense. Olin Kreutz, the famous Bears interior. He was a mean son of a gun for a few years there. Well, quite a few years. Let's see. What else do I got on my scheduled agenda other than diamonds? I want to talk about Most Feared right now. I'm really kind of puzzled. Somebody can fill me in. Why are these 92s so cheap? Why are the 92s like the cheapest training? Like when you look at this training value, people are selling off obviously, but it's a 12 per, which is lower than all other below. I guess it's tied with 83s, but for 92s meta cards to be this cheap, right? They got freaking Carmichael, Derrick Henry in here. There's got to be, is it the roll? Are people doing, it's got to be something with the roll, right? Is the roll glitchy? I haven't done that roll in days. But I feel like, dude, 248? What's that training? 248. Did I screw up 91s here? Let me look at what 91s were. I'm looking at my spreadsheet again. I may have miscalculated 91s. 91s were... Are they just like rarer? Why didn't I see 91s? All right, 265. Yeah, I guess they didn't mess up that bad. I was concerned because like 91s are 270 and these 92s are at 248. Sorry, that's just the signal that my time is running out on my heart monitor. I'm dying. Truly. Rip us. No, I'm just kidding. But like, somebody tell me, why are these things so cheap? Why are these money? Is it just literally people selling off? I know, like, you know, Peppers is up here because he's so good. But y'all gotta fill me in. I haven't run that thing in a while. Carmichael's here, so why is it Henry? Is Henry popping out at an outrageous rate? Why is it just this card? Is it because running backs are a dime a dozen now? Is it because we got a new running back like every other day? Huh. But yeah, cheapest training is an incredible card. Derrick Henry's one of the best in the game. Weird. So yeah, I don't know if we expect a Team Diamond reroll, but I did want to pose that question to you guys, along with who you want for your Team Diamond. But let me know. I got one more thing to do for you guys. Let's see if we can get lucky, dudes. You know, like that one band talked about getting lucky. I think it was the Punks of Death. V-Duck. All right. Oof. It's an expensive reroll. So right now, that's like a, what, 10,000 times 11? It's an expensive one. Over 100K. 110. All right. Let's see if we can get something good out of the 88 plus. Spec, baby. 92, please. Give me one of the new ones. Bless you, boy. I died. Bye.